Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is a June week 1 check-in, finalize some of my variable bills that have come in now, and then do some cash stuffing. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I had to go chase the dog down. I decided to do something a little bit differently this month. I'm going to try it maybe just this week. We'll see how it works. But I was struggling with putting money in the envelopes and then needing change when I needed to take the money out for my back to bank. So I decided to go ahead and just pull all the cash and then just kind of keep track of the categories in my planner as I always do and track my transactions. And then at the end of the month, I'll be able to see what money that is here will still, be in certain envelopes that can roll over into my savings challenge, but also be able to keep a separate envelope for my back to bank. So hopefully I'll describe it a little bit better as we go through, but for now that's what we're going to try. So I'm going to move this to the side. And so this is my budget sheet. I'm going to bring in a little bit more. So a few bills that have come in. My electricity, I had budgeted $350 based on my last year number. It came in at $338, so an upside of $12 will go into my electricity envelope. Not a lot, but I don't think I've ever been able to put money in against what I estimated in June, so I'll take the $12. My water and trash had already come in. My Southwest gas, I based it $50 on my last year bill, came in at $46, so that $4 just gets absorbed into my account. Everything else has come out pretty, on target. These were all transfers I did either into Capital One or into cash envelopes. I kind of noted them here where that money went. And then the big discrepancy is coming out of subscription. So I had originally planned to continue with Sterling Ink at $36. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. A couple things, I have a lot of it. I'm not going through it as fast as I thought I would. And I like her transparent paper, and there always seems to be a delay. Like the kit for July isn't even shipping until, or is it August? I think it's July. Isn't even shipping until the 17th of June. So it's really hard to set up a planner when it's coming in that type. Everything else is the same. I wasn't going to do Paper Minty Studio, and then I saw a sneak peek and it's really cute. So I went ahead and ordered that. So that's $99. So the $36 did not offset the $99. And then I added a new one called Faded Chronicle. I've done a couple orders from her shop. They're just stunning. It's her own artwork. And that was $41. And it's amazing how many sheets you get for $41. And so I had budgeted for it, and then it came out actual. So in my subscriptions, I had planned $257. I actually spent $320. So some of that is going to come out of my incremental income. So everything else has pretty much been the same. Income is, I've already moved all of the ones that were savings, online savings for sinking funds. I moved them on the first of the month. Those are all already in. So let's get started. I felt like I had a lot of transactions this week, and there were a lot of little transactions, but they all take time. So if you are new to my channel, and I just want to say before we really jump into this, is I've had so many new subscribers in this last month. I want to thank you all for joining us. Those of you that have been with me from the beginning, 2019, I think is when my channel first started, and it was rough. I can't even go back and look at those beginning videos, but I appreciate your comments, your sweet, encouraging words, that you catch my math mistakes. I appreciate that always. And I really appreciate those that decided to watch the video and come along for this journey. So I hope you get some content out of the video that helps you with your budget. Or just, I love to watch cash stuffing videos. I love to watch budgeting videos because everybody does it so differently in this community. So hopefully you'll take a little bit from mine, a little bit from somebody else. So let's get started. I'm gonna take you out a little bit, just so you can get the whole thing. Okay, so as usual, I'm starting with groceries, and I was not expecting that I was gonna do HelloFresh this week. In fact, I had meant to cancel it, but I did not. And then when the bill came through, then I realized that. And I'm not really that happy with the menu because I didn't pick it. So we'll just take it for what it is. So for groceries this week, I spent $204. So I started with 600 minus 204. I have 396 left. I have now canceled HelloFresh for the rest of the month. I think I'm just going to go ahead and cancel it for the summer and then pick it back up in the fall. For eating out, I had $11 at Sonic, my daughter. Cafe Rio for $24. Chipotle for $22. So I had $57, which, you know, if you've watched my videos for a while, you know I gauge $50. So, you know, I'm not going to stress about the $7 right now because at the end of the month, hopefully everything washes out correctly. 200 minus 57 is 143. And then spending, I always take the 50. I do not track spending. It's my one category that I just allow myself to spend, and when it's gone, but I don't feel accountable for it. So gas, I had one transaction for $66. I don't know where you are right now in the world, but I live in Arizona. Our gas prices are higher in Arizona right now than they are in California. I just do not get it. Overnight, we just jumped up and it's just not coming down again. So I don't know what is happening, but I spent $66 to fill up my tank. I have $184 left for gas. I budget $250. Personal care, and I did take my daughters for manicures and pedicures on Sunday. I took their pedicures out of my gifting account. You'll see in my sinking funds. But for me, I had some money that rolled over from last month. It was $60. So my pedicure was $55 plus tip. So right there I was a little bit short. Then I went ahead and had a manicure, and then I had extra tip money that I had to help my daughter out with. So at the end of the day, what needs to come out of my June budget is $70. And I'm telling you, I wasn't planning to get a manicure, but then I was working this week and I'm traveling next week, so I just figured it'd be easier just to do it, and then I'll have to go have them taken off later. Minus 70. So I still have $130 left in personal care. My mom, I did not spend any money this week. So I still have 100. I spent out of entertainment. I spent $33 at Applebee's. I have 67 left in that one. So entertainment for me is a movie, going out with my sisters, my kids sometimes, things like that. If I'm out with my husband, I either take it out of date night or eating out. So again, if you're new, my children are grown and out of the house, but somehow I seem to spend a lot of money on them still. So that's kind of how I set up my budget. So if I'm taking my girls to Starbucks or to breakfast or something like that, I take that out of entertainment or my personal spending. Eating out, I keep just exclusively for my husband and I. And sometimes if I'm at my daughter's and I'm out of money in entertainment, I'll take it out of my eating out fund. So that's kind of how I break those up. I guess at the end of the day, it's really all just the same money. It's just in different envelopes. Miscellaneous I have not spent. So there's $100. Medicine, I did not spend this week. And I normally track household here, I think. I've got household 2 places. Yeah. I didn't spend anything, but you know, just in case. I do next week. Household is $100, right? Household's 100. So really the only one that kind of surprised me this week was the groceries because of the HelloFresh. I mean, that was $70. And I wouldn't have minded as much because I do really like HelloFresh and I really feel like the meals are good. I feel like with the price of groceries, it's a good value. But the meals I'm not at all excited about. So that part of it kind of, you know, was a bummer. But I love their meat, so I can pull the meat out and revise the recipes if I need to. And every meal that they selected for me has rice, and I really try hard not to eat rice. It's a lot of calories for not a lot of, you know, joy. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have to really kind of deep dive into the recipes and see what I need to get to kind of make them a little bit more to our liking. So we'll see. They do not make it easy to cancel completely. I went on the app, I Googled it, I went online, and I can find out where I can revise it or change my date. I'm still working on it. I think I'm just gonna have to call customer service and cancel it. So that should be fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the money that needs to go back to bank out, and we'll put that in the back to bank envelope. And then I also have, after we finish this part, I just wanted to briefly show you, this is my transaction log. So the date that the transaction occurred, not always the date that I used the card, but the date that it came through on my credit card. I highlight to what category it goes to, and then the amount that it was in. And then things like this that are a split category, you know, this is coming out of my online gifts, but 50 needs to come out of my envelope. And then these are my online sinking funds, so medical and gifts both had transactions. And then this is what I have done for my first paycheck, and I did pull that cash out, so it's part of this money. And then I have been working on destashing on Mercari. So I went ahead and it got to $900. So I went ahead and sent it to transfer to my bank account. I kind of was just letting it build up there, but I've been really good weekly doing listings. They've been selling very quickly. So I did spend some of that money. So I know it doesn't make a lot of sense if you're destashing planning supplies and stationery, that the money that I spent with that money is going back in the same category. But just to kind of walk you through my logic. So jet pens were just refills for the pens that I use. You know, I use a ton of these Knox erasable Frixion pens. One thing about the erasable pen, the ink dries out pretty quickly. If you've used these before, you know that they're pretty much. So I always get the refillables because they're so much less expensive than buying new pens. But I stock up on the refills, so I had to go ahead and I used my last black one. And so I've been stocking up on refills. There's a couple things that I had on my wish list that were out of stock that came in. So I just went ahead and made one order so I would get the free shipping. This is a new to me shop. And I did order kind of like a bundle that she did. Really beautiful artwork. And that really is going to help kind of replace sterling ink in my collection. This was planning with K, and I got that order. It was really fast. And then Sadie stickers. So my binder for memory keeping is Sadie stickers. So it's a undated planner that's a vertical planner. And then I use monthly kits. So I was able to buy the planner plus all the monthly kits from January through August during her birthday sale at 30% off. So I went ahead and did that. It's something I was going to do anyways. And it's nice to have all the monthly kits. I set up the entire planner at the beginning of the year. So I'm not setting it up as I go. I just literally set up every month, and then I just can fill in the days as they come up. And then Faded Chronicle is a new to me shop. I did her subscription that will be in August, I believe it ships, or July. I think it's the August one. But she also has printable. So I have printed a lot of hers on that kind of, they call it washi paper, but it's really like a clear matte. So it's been kind of fun to play around with that. So of the 900, I have spent $514. The Coffee and Monster Co. washi pre-sale is coming up. It's her biggest pre-sale of the year. It's in June. It's next weekend on the 17th. So I just kind of left that open. I don't know what I'm going to spend. And then anything that's left over in here or any other additional money that comes in from Mercari is going to go into just either going to leave it in my cushion or I'm going to put it into households. So that's where that is. And then I did work one day this week, but it was an 11-hour day. So I'll have a paycheck next week and then you'll see how I break that one down. So let's start with our envelopes first and then we'll get to the incremental income. So for groceries, I do $300 online, so I don't start pulling from this, my envelope, my cash, until we get through the $300. So I still have $96 of the $300, and then I'll start. For eating out, I need $57. So this will go back to my back to bank. So this last slot, which you may not be able to see, will be my back to bank money. Spending, I get another $50. I have not $1 left in my wallet right now, so I'm very happy to put that back in. Gas is an online account. Personal care, I took out 20 that was tip money, but I took it out of my spending money, and then 50 that I used my card for. So 50 needs to go back onto my card. The other 20 really goes back to me for spending. So I'm just gonna take that over here. My mom, I didn't spend. Entertainment, I did use my card. So 33 needs to go back to my card. So 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. My card, and nothing else was used. So what happened with, I had, I think, $90 left in grocery money that I put into my back to bank last week when I set up this budget, because it was like my last thing that I had to pay back to my card. And my landscaper started on Thursday, and he only takes Zelle, and Zelle is the one cash app that my credit union does not support. So I can do Venmo, I can do Cash App, I just can't do Zelle. So I just gave my husband $70 in cash. I just took that out of my back to bank money, and I said, you know, I'll just know going forward to pull the cash out and we'll just hand him cash, which he was fine with. And so I did take that money that was supposed to be in my back to bank as pulled out for landscaper. This week sometime I will do make an envelope for that and pull out the $70 that's in the account for landscaping. And then going forward, I just know to pull the $140 at the beginning of the month. So that is that. Now let's talk incremental income, because this is really always the fun one to do. Okay, so my paycheck was $250. So I'm going to take $100 for vacation. It's in here, right? And vacation is in July. So I do have an online vacation account that's paying for the beach house. So this money is really just going to become more spending money. So I'm going to take 20. No, I think I will take the 50s. So now in the cash part of vacation, I have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 250. And then Liam and Milo are my daughter's dogs. Liam is laying in his bed next to me right now, so I'm surprised he didn't perk up when he heard his name. I am putting 50 in here because I need to start building up for his food that I buy for him. So he currently has, yeah, so 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50. So he now has 150 in that, and I update all my trackers when I get done. Date night is gonna get 20 because I was shorted it. I tried to put 100 in here, but I only had 20 to put in. So I now have in date night 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27. So once 27. Yeah, that's right. While we're here, electricity gets $12 because anything that was under the $350 that I had budgeted for gets into the envelope. And now this one probably will not be filled until it cools down in Arizona, like September, October. And then in the months where my bills are so much lower, I'll still bill, you know, I'll still budget the $250, and then anything under that will go in here. So that's kind of how I'm working on that one. And then Target is going to get 40. I don't remember if Target is still in here. Yes. So Target, I have the red card that comes out of my debit account, but what I do is I buy a gift card and load it so that I'm not spending the money twice. I'm not putting cash in, and then I'm not, you know, taking it out of my debit card, on my debit card as well. So 40 goes into Target. I'll just buy a gift card and then load that onto my red card. And then the last 60 is going to go into household. Now I am trying to set up a nursery at my house. I really wasn't going to, but I decided it really would be easier for my daughter. And then that way, if I go back to work and I'm working from home, she can come over here and work, and then we can tag team on the baby, because it really does take two people. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but even when she comes over to visit, it just would be easier if I had a room set up that the baby could be in. So I have the crib. I have an Amazon wish list that she's created for me, which is quite expensive. So I'm just kind of putting money away. I did get a $500 digital gift card that I won. So I am just going to load that onto my Amazon card, either buy a card with it or just load the whole gift card onto my Amazon. So that's 500 of the money, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to need about 1,000. And then do want to do some, right now I'm decluttering the room, but I would like to repaint it. I need to do some repair. We had a pegboard on the wall when it was my daughter's room, and I have to take that all down and then go ahead and fix that wall and everything. So I know there's going to be costs associated with that as well. I'm trying to do the whole thing when my husband is out of town for 3 weeks. So kind of as a surprise, and kind of just because I've been saying I'm going to do it for like a year now. So I just think it'd be a good time. I won't have a lot of distractions. So wish me well. So in household right now, I have 50, 150, 190. And then I still have another $100 that's in the other household that's more like toilet paper, things like that. So that is it. So the only other one that I need to take from is I bought a gift card and a card for one of my niece's little girls. And I need to update this. So I need to take $30 out of this and put it in my back to bank. So this goes in my back to bank. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So 139. Okay. And I'll just make sure I update all of these. That was it. Okay, so all of the Mercari are all online. So they're, as soon as that money hits my account, I'll just transfer that over onto my Capital One card, pay all of these transactions off. They've all come through already. I just, takes about 5 days for Mercari to transfer from their site to my bank account, which is fine. And then we'll talk about paycheck number 2 next week. Now, next week I am traveling on the weekend. I will probably do my video on, I'll either do it Thursday before I leave because the money that I spend for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will come out of vacation, or I will wait until Monday and just do one video. So you'll see what I spent on the vacation. It's really not a vacation. I'm going to go visit my sister in Chicago. But it's just a very quick trip. So that might come out of my paycheck. My paycheck will hit on Thursday, but I probably will not have a chance to go to the bank and get that money out and do that. So we'll see how that's going to go. But that's everything for this video. Again, if you have joined me lately, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate all of the support and the comments and the likes that you all give me. It really does keep me going. And also, you know, I started this channel to help hold myself accountable, and you guys every week show up. So I appreciate that so much. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.